Hey everyone, this video is 15 wholesome and enjoyable stuff you can do in quarantine instead of being wrapped in a blanket exploring YouTube's rabbit hole. I've also tested all these activities and can assure you it's better than drowning in TikToks and hot Cheetos. Okay, the first thing you can do is make playlists. Look at an old picture or think of a good memory. Then go on Spotify or YouTube and search for music. Make a playlist with music that vibes with that. This is seriously one of the best things I've done throughout quarantine. Make a playlist for rainy days. Make a playlist of songs that remind you of a certain friend and share it with them. Make a nostalgic playlist and fill it with One Direction songs. This can also be an opportunity to find new music and enhance your taste. Next up, we have journaling. I feel like people who don't like journaling just have the wrong idea about it. You don't have to have beautiful handwriting and use like 34 different colors. I mean, if you like decorating your journal, then go for it. But don't feel the need to maintain a perfect looking journal, because that in itself can be so stressful and sort of defies the entire purpose of journaling. Just sit down with a pen and piece of paper and write whatever comes to mind, or mindlessly doodle. It's sort of like when you have deep thinking sessions in the shower, except instead of the thoughts swirling in your head, you can take them out on paper. The next thing you can do is redecorate. Now, I don't know why, but I love redecorating. The entire process is just so exciting. And you don't have to be very extra. Just hanging up some pretty lights gives you the feeling of being in a cute cottage. Or a small photo wall can make your entire room visco, if that's still a thing. Put on good music and enjoy the process. Now, this is a very fun thing to do. Daydream. Yep, that's all you gotta do. Just close your eyes and all of a sudden you're a girl in Paris in the 1960s with winged eyeliner and a fringe, sitting in a cafe and drinking sherry. It's all up to your imagination. Maybe you've just discovered life on Mars, or you're having a tea party back in the 18th century. If you have an instrument at home, this may be the time to finally learn how to play, but it's a frustrating process. So for once, don't focus on the notes or the chords. Just mindlessly play. Don't think about what note you hit. Just let it be. Another fun way to de-stress if you don't have an instrument at home is to make a rice shaker or a makeshift drum. Think pencils and cardboard boxes or hardbound books. Play as loud as you can. One more thing you could do is to make cute miniature paper crafts. Admit it, they're easy and quick to make, they look cute, they're perfect. So search for an origami tutorial online. Or make one of those, I don't know what they're called, these things we used to make in school. It's the perfect thing to do on a lazy day when you're bored or feel unproductive. Grow a plant. The next thing you can do is grow a plant. I love my plants, they're like pets, but your mom will be much more willing to buy you a plant rather than a dog. They look cute, they're very Instagrammable, and they give you oxygen. What more do you want, human? You could also make a nice classical playlist for your plants and talk to them about nice things. And before you call me weird, it helps them grow, okay? And if you have a mug or a small pot, I would definitely recommend growing beans or small seeds you'll find in your kitchen. Write a love letter to yourself. I feel like this is such a great activity for everyone to do, especially with social media playing such a huge role in today's world. A lot of people find themselves comparing their body to a mirror picture, which has been tweaked and filtered and edited countless times. And now with staying at home all day and not having to get ready, we find it easier to put ourselves down. So write a love letter to yourself about all the things that you love about you. It can be your kindness or your smile. Appreciate yourself. You've brought a great deal of happiness into this world, and appreciate your body which has helped you do that. The next thing you can do is paint. Now again, you don't have to be Picasso for this. Just dip your brush in pretty colors and put random strokes on your canvas or paper and it will come out beautiful. Art has no boundaries. It doesn't have to look a certain way. It doesn't follow any rules. Who says the leaves you paint should be green? Who says you can't paint the sun and the moon together? It's your empty canvas. Go wild. Also, you don't have to paint on a canvas or a piece of paper. Paint your teacups, paint the walls. There are no rules. The next thing you can do is have a small photo shoot. This is a very fun thing to play around with. You can be as extra as you want. Try the most loud outfits you have. Experiment with unusual props, fruits or pretty pieces of fabric, stuffed animals, anything. Self-portraits can unleash a lot of creativity, and there are a lot of tutorials as well as inspiration that you can find online. Another thing you can do is go through old books. I'm sure you could find old books that your parents or grandparents owned around the house. Try reading them. Even if you're not a big reading person, these can be very interesting to dive into and are usually very different from the type of books written nowadays. And you know what? Forget old books. It can be any type of books. Maybe open up an encyclopedia and learn about the intricacies of the human body or how a star is made. Read a science fiction book or a romantic one. Now, with so many movies and videos, a lot of people prefer the visuals and sound effects over reading the book, and I can see why. But it cannot in any way be as magical as a book. You won't even notice when the words become pictures and sounds. Give it a go. Another thing you could do is play with old toys. You remember that one stuffed animal that you would never let go of? Pay it another visit. Have a tea party with your stuffed animals. And that may sound ridiculous, but hey, don't tell me you haven't done crazier stuff in quarantine. Take out an old toy set. Maybe you have some Hot Wheels. It can bring up so many memories, and the idea of not worrying about anything and playing with a small car or toy set rather than a full-blown video game can be so peaceful for a change. The next thing you could do is to cook something homey. Especially if you're away from home, this can be so comforting. Maybe call up your mom and ask her how to make it. And if you're at home, gather everybody and make a good, proper meal. Having everybody in the kitchen talking and laughing in its own self is such an amazing thing to experience. And on top of that, you get food. Seems like a win-win situation to me. Or you could cook something different. I mean, we have all the time in the world now. Why not use it to make food? What's better than that? So go onto YouTube and find some fancy recipe and try it. Yeah, you might have to resort to just having cereal and calling it a day, but try again. And don't feel like it has to be too fancy. Maybe try to make those tiny cute pancakes that are all over the internet. Or you could not do anything at all and just appreciate the beauty in normal life. It's normal to feel stressed out. I mean, we are in the middle of a global pandemic. So don't feel like you have to be super productive while cooking 3-course meals and becoming fluent in Mandarin. Just relax and sit by the window and watch. Watch how the sunlight dances on leaves. Watch how the leaves sway. Feel the breeze on your face. Listen to the birds. And maybe take a nap. That's my favorite activity. I would 100% recommend it.